Hi Cancer, welcome to your week ahead Taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note about my readings, they are for your sun, moon and ascendant. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Cancer, this is for you. And with that, I always advise that you watch all three of your signs so that you get a clearer, more complete picture of how these speak to you and how they resonate with you, how I resonate with you as a reader. With that said, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So my fellow lunar brothers and sisters, let's check out your week ahead. So for your key to the week, you have the Temperance card, which means you will be shifting things this week. It's kind of like you're not getting your ducks in a row per se. It's more a case of you're starting to adjust things on the internal plane. I kind of feel like this is going to present you with an opportunity this week. So this could be maybe you're talking to a friend or a family member, or maybe you're observing a situation from the outside and it either gives you an idea or it shows you where the like sometimes when you give advice to someone and you think, oh, actually, I can apply that to something else in my own life. This could be one of those moments where through interaction with a situation that might be a little bit challenging, I'm not going to lie, you might realize, actually, you know what, now that I've seen this, I know how to adjust some other part or aspect of my own life, whether this is about your finances, whether it's about your relationship, whether it's about your work. There's something this week where you're realigning or recalibrating something in your own life, but it will come from an external prompt. You will get the idea or the understanding of how to do this or what needs to be adjusted from somebody else. It also suggests as well this week that there may be maybe somebody is on a journey of recovery of some sort, somebody that's on the wagon this week, and maybe you are called upon to help them. It's definitely a possibility. Maybe again, maybe sometimes observing somebody else's challenges really helps us, look at something in our own lives. For your actions and options this week, you have the Four of Cups. So I will say this, for those of you that do have challenging family issues at this moment in time, you may not be able to keep yourself out of it. It looks like you want to, like you're standing back and saying, no, not doing it, not getting involved. You may not have a choice at some part of this week. You might inadvertently be pulled into something that you don't want to be a part of. But nonetheless, remember what I said, consider this a blessing in disguise, because whatever it is that you observe this week, you will be gaining some sort of insight from it. So it's like, even though the situation is uncomfortable and you don't want to be a part of it, it's like, okay, you know what? Fine, I'll show up, I'll do whatever I can to help, whatever, but you'll get a realization from it. Excuse me. For your communications and conversations, you have the Eight of Wands. And this coupled with the Temperance card, I mean, this is great. This is a helping hand that will come from a distance. Now, this is what I would consider like a friend or, like a colleague in spirit, like somebody that has a similar outlook to you, somebody that has kind of like a almost like, I want to say like this person leads by example with you. Like whenever you look at them or envision them, you think, yeah, you know what, I've learned a lot from you just because you are who you are. I like this. I actually think this is good news that's coming from a distance, but it's going to be from somebody that you respect, somebody that you hold in high regard is going to share something with you this week that may make all the difference. For those of you that are work for yourselves, this suggests to me that there will be news or information coming from higher up this week. So, maybe the boss's boss comes in, maybe, or sends out a bulletin, because a lot of people aren't actually in, their working sphere. It may be that what's the word? Yeah, it may literally just be that. It may, and then for those of you that are work for yourselves, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, business owners, this could be you. It actually looks like you're trying to source something. So with this could be, maybe you're looking at creating. Maybe you want to create a book. Maybe you want to fabricate an item that you want to sell. It looks like you're reaching out to somebody that is possibly internationally, and you're trying to get maybe like a price or a quote for something. You will get what you're looking for, but you are going to have to shop around this week. My advice to you would be not to stop at the first one, because the chances are you will be able to get it cheaper. And I feel like if you don't do that, if you don't do the legwork now, you'll come into this realization later and you might be really peeved about it, because it's like you missed a good deal. For those of you that are retired or no longer working for any reason, again, this could literally just be you pulled into something this week that maybe you'd rather not be a part of. But there is opportunity there. Now, if you're considering maybe going back to school in some regard, this would be a really good use of your time, especially if you're looking to learn some sort of healing art. So anything like Reiki, maybe not massage at the moment because of the current world situation, but anything that has that kind of physical healing, or even energetic healing actually, or spiritual healing energy to it, you could do really well with this week. For your money and materials, oh yeah, you got the Sun card, right? So this is great. I mean, whenever the Sun card shows up, it always says that wherever it is, that's where you will experience happiness, joy, abundance, maybe even a surprise that comes in. This is definitely for those of you that are Sun, Moon, Rising Sign Cancers. Play the lottery this week. Place that bet. Maybe if it's something that you never usually do, this would be a good week to do some sort of speculative, I don't want to say gambling, but yeah, some sort of speculative gambling, especially if it's something like putting money on a horse, just with these three specific cards, like especially if it's something to do, like putting money on a horse or anything like that. Now, of course, don't go out and bloody bet the house, the mortgage and the kids. I mean, no matter how much they misbehave, I'm sure you will miss them once they're gone. All jokes aside though, this could be a great week for your finances, and it could, like I said, there's just a sense here that you will have an insight into something. Maybe this is an idea that would sell really well. Maybe it's something that you could choose to do. There's a really strong, there's just a really strong energy for money this week, especially with the Sun card. For your physical health and vitality, looks good this week, right? You're on point, full of beans, you've got loads of energy. You might find as well that you're like a laugh a minute, which is great. And then for your home and environment, this looks great. This could be good news that is coming into the home about a change that's happening either with or for the home, which is very exciting actually, so keep an eye. And then for your love and relations, you have the Fool card. So for those of you that are single, yeah, I mean, this could be a great week, especially where anything to do with, online dating, connecting with people from afar, from a distance, handsome or pretty strangers, all that kind of stuff. Remember, the Fool card is always something new. It's new energy, new stimulus. Now, for a select few of you, this could be somebody that you study with or study alongside, could suddenly kind of, I don't know, maybe you see them in a different light and you think, oh, actually, yeah, you know what, I kind of, you're a bit of all right. And maybe the feeling is mutual. Definitely a possibility. For those of you that are partnered or in relationships, this is good news about either some form of travel or some form of a move that's that you're hoping to get underway. So, I don't know, maybe you've decided that maybe you live in the family home and you've decided to move out. And this week you get good news about the application that you've made. Definitely possible, but as a couple, as an item, this is about a step forward that you guys have put in place that you are ready for, which is great. I'm really happy for you. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. There's not really much else to say. It looks like you will, even with the minor challenges that come up. With that said, take care and I'll see you soon.